Hi students, friends, good morning to all. I welcome you all in this introduction to fluid mechanics subject lecture. So let us start. In previous lecture, we have studied the various fluid properties like mass density, weight density, then specific volume and specific gravity. And also we have solved some problems based upon these four properties. So let us revise these properties within few minutes, and then we will move towards to learn new fluid property, that is viscosity. Okay. So now who will tell me what is the definition of mass density, or what is mass density? Yes, anyone can unmute and tell your answers.
Mass density of a fluid is defined as the ratio of its mass of the fluid to its volume.
Correct. Mass density is nothing but it is the mass of that fluid to its volume. That is called as the mass density. Now, what will be the SI unit of mass density? Anyone else?
Kg per meter cube.
Kg per meter cube. Correct. So, mass density has the SI unit kg per meter cube. Next, what is the mass density of water? Pure water.
1000 kg per meter.
Correct. So mass density of the pure water is 1000 kg per meter cube. Then who will tell me what is weight density? Any other students will tell me what is weight density? Speed up. There are 40 students. Out of 40 students, only 2 students have given the answers. Rest 38 students are there. Out of these 38 students, no one is able to tell the definition of weight density. Yes, Suyesh, do you want to say something?
Hello.
Ravi?
Weight per unit volume of material.
Okay. Ravi, I think you have missed our previous lectures, and even though you
Yes, sir.
are able to tell the answers, that is nice thing. Henceforth, I think you should not miss the lectures. Okay.
Okay.
I was about to call your father about regarding this absenteeism, but today's lecture you are present there and you are giving the answer to the questions. So I think if you continually be present in the lectures, I will not call your parents. Okay. So whatever the definition you have told, it is based upon your previous knowledge, I think. But in our this we are learning this subject fluid mechanics. So here we should tell our definitions in context of the material as a fluid. Okay. So whatever the lectures you have missed, or anyone other students who have missed the lectures, we have put I have put that videos link in your that what I can say teaching diary video link टाकलेले आहेत. There is a channel our college has made YouTube channel, that on that departmental YouTube channel I have put all the videos links. So those students who have missed that previous lectures, they can they can revise that as per your convenience whenever you get the time. Okay. So rightly he has said it is the weight of the substance to the weight to its unit volume. But here the substance is basically fluid. Okay, we are dealing with the fluid, so that substance here we can define the weight density as the weight of the fluid to its unit volume or to its volume. So now who will tell me what is the unit of weight density?
Newton per meter cube.
Correct. So Yuvraj has given the correct answer. The unit of SI unit of weight density is Newton per cubic meter or meter cube. So what is the weight density of pure water? Yes, anyone? Okay, before that, let me know from your side, what is the relation between mass density and weight density? Quickly. जेवढं तुम्ही पटपट उत्तर द्याल तेवढं आपलं क्विकली रिव्हिजन होऊन जाईल. Otherwise it will take much more time. Without hesitation, you can unmute and you can tell the answers. Okay. Yes, Sakshi.
Of mass density into gravity.
Okay, correct. So weight density is equal to mass density into specific, that is acceleration due to gravity, or symbolically we have denoted that as how we have what are the symbols that we have used or mathematical expression for that relation. Gamma, that is weight density, is equal to mass density. It is represented by letter rho into small z. Okay, so gamma is equal to rho into g. This is the relation between weight density, mass density. Okay, and this is acceleration due to gravity. Yes, who will tell me now the value of acceleration due to gravity that is known to you?
9.81.
9.81.
Also, you have to tell the unit, because if I take the centimeter unit, centimeter per second square, then this value will not be correct one. Okay, unless and until you tell the units, this value, it don't have any meaning. Okay, 9.81 means what? What is the unit? Meter per
Meter per second square.
square, right? So at that time you have to tell the units also, otherwise this value don't have any meaning. Now tell me, what is the weight density of water, which is represented by letter gamma W?
9810
9810
Newton per meter.
Newton per meter cube.
Correct. So it is 9810 Newton per meter cube. How it has come? Gamma W, we have the relation rho W into Z, and rho W value just now someone has told it is 1000 kg per meter cube, and Z value is 9.81. If you simplify it, it will become 9810 Newton per meter cube. So these things we have learned in the previous lecture also. Next property we have seen is the specific volume. Who will tell me what is the specific volume?
Reciprocal of mass density.
Okay, specific volume is nothing but it is the reciprocal of mass density of the fluid, right? Or you can say it is the ratio of, now suppose I am writing here mass density is the ratio of mass of the fluid to its volume. So now this volume, it can go in the numerator, and here we get the expression as specific volume is equal to volume of the fluid to its mass, right? So we can define the specific volume as it is the ratio of volume of the fluid to its mass, right? So this is the mass specific volume. Next property we have studied, that is specific gravity, right? Which is generally represented by letter S or SL. This is the symbol that we use. Now, who will tell me the definition of specific gravity? What is specific gravity?
Specific gravity is the ratio of weight density of a liquid to the weight density of water.
Okay, Mayuri is giving most of the answers to the questions. I want the answers from other students. I want to know whether other students are doing study or not, or whether they are attentive in the lectures or not. one or two students only giving the answers. I will take the name of the students. That students has to tell the answer. At random, I will take the name of any students so that I will come to know that how much you are preparing, how much you are doing study at home. Prajwal, are you there? Prajwal, roll number 60. Prajwal Pujari. See, now he is not responding.
ऑडिओ जॉईन नाही सर त्याचा, त्याला आवाज कसा जायचा?
Why his audio is off? Okay, then roll number 76, Vishal Kadam. Vishal. Okay, instead of wasting time, those students who want to say the answer, they can say, they can tell the answers.
Specific gravity is equal to the ratio of weight density of liquid to the weight density of water.
Correct. So mathematically, we can represent it like this: gamma L divided by gamma W. So gamma L is nothing but it is the weight density of any liquid to the weight density of water. Okay. Now, instead of this weight density, if I put the relation as rho L into Z, we have the relation between weight density and mass density. Gamma is equal to rho into Z. So here I can write rho L into small z divided by rho W into small z. So this G will get cancelled, and we get one more relation or the formula for finding the specific gravity as rho L divided by rho W. So now we can define this specific gravity like this also. It is the ratio of mass density of the any fluid to the mass density of water. Okay. So either you can use this formula or you can use this formula to find out the specific gravity of any liquid. Right. So these things we have studied in previous lecture. One more thing I want to ask here. What is the unit of specific gravity?
Unitless.
It is correct. So it is the unitless quantity. So whatever the questions I am telling, these same questions may be asked in your oral examination. So remember all these questions, or you can note down these questions somewhere so that you will not. This will be helpful for your preparation of the practical oral examinations. Okay. Then what is the specific gravity of water? What is the value of SW? That is specific gravity of water.
1.
1.
Correct. Then what is the specific gravity of mercury?
30.6.
13.6.
13 points. Correct. So all the questions are over from this particular properties that we have learned in the previous lecture. So write down the title in your notebook: viscosity. This is the property you are going to study in today's lecture. I think you might have studied this property viscosity in physics, either in 11th or 12th. Or during the engineering also, you might have come across this word viscosity. Can anyone tell me what is viscosity? Or have you, whether you have learned this? Let me know from your side. Have you learned this viscosity property term?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Where you have learned this one? In which subject? Do you remember? Okay.
Physics.
Physics, okay. Physics or chemistry, either of these two subjects, you might have studied this property viscosity. So what is viscosity? Can anyone tell me?
Resistance to flow of liquid.
Correct. Chaitral has given the correct answer to the questions. So viscosity is nothing but it is the resistance to the flow of the fluid. Okay. Resistance to the flow or movement of one layer of the fluid to the another layer. Okay. that is viscosity. Suppose one fluid is there. If we have put here on the surface, okay, on any ground or any surface, then if it is flowing, okay, then the resistance offered by the fluid itself, okay, त्या फ्लुइडनी त्या मुवमेंटसाठी किंवा फ्लोसाठी जो रेजिस्टन्स त्या ठिकाणी ऑफर केला जातो, रेजिस्टन्स क्रिएट केला जातो, अडथळा क्रिएट केला जातो, that resistance is called as the viscosity. Okay, now if we take the examples of 2-3 fluids, for example, water is one fluid. If we take the water, then if we take the honey, and if we take here another fluid, let us say our toothpaste, okay, toothpaste. So out of these three fluids, if I put water on the surface of the any surface, for example table, okay, table वरती जर मी असं पाणी याच्यावरती टाकलं तर काय होईल या ठिकाणी, it will start to flow easily. Okay, so viscosity is nothing but it is the resistance to the movement or resistance to the flow, right? And when I put the honey on this surface, whether it will flow easily,
No, sir.
it will not flow easily. It will somewhat flow, but it will be lesser than the flow of the water. And what about the paste? It will not flow, it will remain as it is there on that particular surface. So out of these three fluids, now just we have discussed about what is viscosity. Now these are the three examples. Now you have to tell me which fluid is more having more viscosity.
Honey.
Toothpaste.
Toothpaste. Okay, and which fluid will have the less viscosity?
Water.
Water.
Water, correct. So here you have understood the meaning of the word viscosity. Okay, viscosity is nothing but it is the resistance offered by the fluid to its movement or to its flow. So this toothpaste, it will have the maximum resistance to the flow, and because of that resistance, this paste will not flow on the surface. Okay, it flow होत नाहीये. So we can say that this paste is more viscous. Okay, we can say this paste is more viscous as compared to the honey, because it is flowing more easily as compared to the paste. Somewhat it will move here, it will flow, but this honey will be more viscous, or it is having more viscosity as compared to that of water, because when we put the water on the surface, it will flow easily as compared to the honey. Okay, ground surface वरती हा easily त्या ठिकाणी flow होईल. So this is the general explanation for the viscosity. Another example, we can say that if we take the bottles or the containers of the filled with the water, then one container is filled with the honey, then another container it is filled with the oil, and another container it is filled with the toothpaste. Okay, and if I want to if I put here one metal ball, like एक छोटी metal ball असेल किंवा आपण काचेची गोटी वगैरे असते अशा टाइपचं एखादं आपण जर याच्यामध्ये सोडलं याच्यामध्ये बास्केट ह्या कंटेनर मध्ये, so this container is filled with water, so this small ball it will easily get settled, हा लगेच फ्लो या ठिकाणी सेटल होऊन जाईल खाली. Okay, within less time period. Okay, the time period required here for the movement will be very less, because the resistance to this particular movement it will be very less to that particular metal ball. But in case of oil, जर oil घेतला तर याच्यामध्ये थोडं जास्त त्या ठिकाणी resistance असेल, because it is having somewhat more viscosity. Then honey, if we throw that small ball inside this container which is filled with the honey, then it will take somewhat more time to settle down here. And in case of the paste, it will take maximum time as compared to this three paste. Okay, so from these examples, I think you might have understood the concept of viscosity. Now, here we will understand this concept in more detail. So viscosity, it can be defined as the property of the fluid which offer a resistance to the movement of one layer of the fluid over the another adjacent layer of the fluid. See, if we take any fluid, suppose water is flowing on this surface. Okay, water is flowing on this surface. Now we can divide this total water depth in number of layers. याचे आपण वेगवेगळे असे स्लाइस जर आपण कट केले, then we can imagine there are number of layers of water present here. Now if I take bottommost layer, the layer which has been stuck to the surface of the material, त्या surface ला जी चिटकून बसलेली एकदम खालची layer आहे. So because of the force of attraction between the water layer and water molecules and the surface, metal surface or wooden surface, that force of attraction, we call it as a adhesive force, right? Adhesion or adhesive force. So because of that force of attraction, the lowermost layer, it will remain stuck to the surface and it will have the velocity 0. Okay, the velocity will be 0. But because of the force of cohesion, okay, cohesion force means the force of attraction between two similar molecules, and adhesion means the force of attraction between two different molecules. Okay, can anyone give me the examples of cohesive force and adhesive force so that other students will get more clear idea about this? Simple example in
Water molecule and air molecule.
water molecule and
Air molecule.
so that force of attraction is called as
Adhesive.
adhesive. Okay, and what about cohesive force of attraction?
Attraction between two water molecules.
Okay, so I will give more simple or practical examples about the cohesive and adhesive force. Okay, see, if I take the magnet, okay, magnet जर आपण घेतला, the magnet attracts the metals, iron. Okay, nails जर आपण या ठिकाणी खिळ ठेवले असतील लोखंडाची, so this force of attraction between magnet and the nails, we can say that this force of attraction is a adhesive force. And what is the cohesive force? The force of attraction between magnet and magnet. Okay, both are having same molecules, so they will attract each other, so we can call this as a cohesive force and this as a adhesive force. Okay, so you can remember these things lifelong if you remember like this. So now the layer which is just above to the first layer, सगळ्यात खालची जी लेअर होती या ठिकाणी, आणि हा सरफेस, ह्या दोन्हीमध्ये जो फोर्स ऑफ अट्रॅक्शन आहे, दॅट इज adhesive force. Because of that, this layer will not move here, so it will having the velocity 0. But याच्यावरती जी लेअर असणार आहे दुसरी लेअर, it will have some velocity. Okay, now this layer, it is having velocity greater than this layer. ही खालची जी लेअर आहे त्याच्यापेक्षा ह्याच्यामध्ये थोडी जास्त velocity असेल, because it is not stuck to the surface, it is above that. Okay, and it will try to move here, but the molecules which are present in the lowermost layer, हे सगळ्यात खालच्या लेअर मध्ये जे molecules present आहेत, what they are going to do, they are going to impose the cohesive force on these molecules. या ठिकाणी जे सेकंड लेअर मध्ये जे चालणारे मोलिक्युल आहेत, हे पुढे चाललेले मोलिक्युल आहेत, त्या मोलिक्युलला हे मोलिक्युल काय करतील, यातले प्रेझेंट असलेले, they will try to pull the molecules which are present here, right? And this force is nothing but it is cohesive force. Because of this cohesive force, the velocity will get retarded, and that is nothing but is the we can say viscous nature of the fluid. Then that again ह्याच्यावरती जी लेअर असेल, it will experience somewhat less resistance to the motion. ह्याच्यावरती जी असेल त्याच्यावरती थोडा कमी असेल. So what is going to happen, the velocity it will go on increasing from the surface. सगळ्यात खाली जी असेल सरफेस लेअर असेल त्याची velocity 0 असेल, मग ह्याच्यावरती जो लेअर असेल त्याची थोडी somewhat it will have some velocity, suppose 1 centimeter per second. Then ह्याच्यावरती जी velocity layer असेल, it will have more velocity, let us say 2 centimeter per second, and in this way velocity will go on increasing in upward direction. Okay, जर ह्याच्यावरती कुठलाही सरफेस नसेल, दुसरा सरफेस नसेल, तर ही velocity काय होते, वाढत जाते. And you will observe there a velocity gradient. जर आपण ही velocity आपण प्लॉट केली एका ग्राफ पेपर वरती, एक आपण असा ग्राफ पेपर या ठिकाणी घेतला, त्याच्यावरती एक एक्स ऍक्सिस आहे आणि एकावरती वाय ऍक्सिस आहे. एक्स ऍक्सिस वरती आपण या ठिकाणी काय घेतली, velocity घेतली. ओके, u represent the velocity and y axis is nothing but it is the vertical distance from this surface. Then if I put the velocity of this first layer ची velocity 0 आहे, second layer ची velocity somewhere here, I will get here. Then third layer will have more velocity. थर्ड लेअर ची जी हाईट आहे ती समवेअर हियर, त्याची velocity या ठिकाणी असेल. फोर्थ लेअर it will having more velocity like this, and when I join all these points here, I will get a curve, and this curve is called as the velocity profile. त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो? Velocity profile. So we get different types of velocity profiles at different conditions because of the property called as viscosity. त्या viscosity मुळे आपल्याला वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे velocity profile वेगवेगळ्या ठिकाणी आपल्याला पाहायला भेटतात. If we consider the pipe flow, पाईपचा जर आपण विचार केला तर पाईप मध्ये कसं असतं, पाईपच्या सर्व बाजूने त्या ठिकाणी सरफेस आहे, राईट? सरफेस इज देअर ऑन एव्हरी साइड ऑफ द पाईप. So in pipe flow also we may observe this velocity profile. How this velocity profile will be? If I cut this pipe in section like this is the longitudinal section of the pipe, and this is the central line of the pipe, okay, and this is the distance, vertical distance between the upper and lower edge of the pipe, right? So at the edge or the surface of the pipe, I will have the this water molecules will have the least velocity, or we can say zero velocity at the surface. Here also the water molecules have the zero velocity, but as we go away from this surface, at that time this velocity will go on increasing, and we will get the profile like this up to here, and that velocity will be maximum up to here. But as we move here or from this surface, also as we go away from the surface, this velocity will go on increasing, and you may observe such kind of velocity profile which will be parabolic in nature. Okay, अशा टाइपचा पॅराबोलिक नेचरचा एक प्रोफाईल, वेलोसिटी प्रोफाईल हा आपल्याला पाईप मध्ये पाहायला भेटू शकतो. सिमिलरली द वेलोसिटी प्रोफाईल बिटवीन टू पॅरलल प्लेट्स, दोन फिक्स पॅरलल प्लेट्स असतील त्याच्यामध्ये पण आपल्याला अशा टाइपचा वेलोसिटी प्रोफाईल पाहायला भेटतो. इन केस ऑफ ओपन चॅनल, ओपन चॅनल मध्ये यू मे ऑब्झर्व, ओपन चॅनल मध्ये काय असतं की वरची सरफेस जो आहे, वरती वॉटर सरफेसच्या वरती कुठलाही मेटल किंवा सॉलिड सरफेस नसतो, वरती या ठिकाणी एअर असते. ओके, सो या ठिकाणी फक्त असं आपल्याला वरती जाणारा प्रोफाईल आपल्याला पाहायला भेटतो. ओके, अँड जसं सरफेस जवळ येतो त्या ठिकाणी थोडा या ठिकाणी वेलोसिटी कमी होते. दिस इज बिकॉज ऑफ द रेजिस्टन्स ऑफ द एअर. या ठिकाणी जे एअर असते, होते विंड आहे, त्याच्या रेजिस्टन्समुळे या ठिकाणी थोडी वेलोसिटी कमी होते आणि आपल्याला अशा टाइपचा प्रोफाईल या ठिकाणी पाहायला भेटतो. So this velocity profile, it gets created because of this viscosity. Okay, so and this when two layers of the fluid at a distance dy apart moves one over the other, the different velocities, say u and u plus du. आता या ठिकाणी एक ही लेअर आहे, त्या लेअरची वेलोसिटी u असेल, तर ह्याच्यावरती जो वेलोसिटी लेअर फ्लो होते त्याची वेलोसिटी काय असणार आहे, u plus du. त्याची वेलोसिटी थोडी वाढेल कारण ही काय या ठिकाणी डिस्टन्स या ठिकाणी थोडा वाढलेला आहे, सरफेस पासून हे आपण अवे गेलेलो आहोत. ओके, सो दिस viscosity together with the relative velocity causes a shear stress acting between the fluid layer. तर आता या ठिकाणी काय होतं, because of this velocity profile and viscosity there is formation of what I can say shear stress. Okay, shear stress त्या ठिकाणी जनरेट होतो, which is represented by letter tau. Okay, this symbol is called as the tau. Is a pronunciation आहे tau. So this shear stress is generated between these layers. म्हणजे या खालच्या लेअर मध्ये पण तो shear stress जनरेट होईल आणि वरच्या लेअर मध्ये पण तो जनरेट होईल. Why it will get generated? Because of the viscosity and velocity profile. The shear stress it will get be formed between these layers. Okay, this top layer म्हणजे ही वरची लेअर, this causes shear stress on the adjacent lower layer. त्याची जी जस्ट लगतची खालची जी लेअर आहे त्याच्यावरती ती shear stress इम्पोज करते आणि ही खालची लेअर वरच्या लेअर वरती shear stress इम्पोज करते. ओके, हा shear stress कशामुळे जनरेट होतो, बिकॉज ऑफ द विस्कोसिटी, और वी कॅन से बिकॉज ऑफ द कोहेसिव्ह नेचर ऑफ द फ्लुइड पार्टिकल्स. ते एकमेकांना असं ओढण्याचा प्रयत्न करतात किंवा पकडण्याचा प्रयत्न करतात. बिकॉज ऑफ दॅट shear stress या ठिकाणी जनरेट होतो. ओके, अँड दिस shear stress is directly proportional to the rate of change of velocity. Okay, rate of change of velocity with respect to y. Okay, what is rate of change of velocity? It is du by dy. The rate of change of velocity with respect to this distance. So हा जो shear stress आहे it is directly proportional to the rate of change of velocity with respect to distance dy. Okay, and this relation between shear stress and this velocity gradient, now it has become the velocity gradient. त्याला आपण काय म्हणतो आता? त्याला velocity gradient म्हणतो. There are different names to this: velocity gradient, or it is also called as shear strain. Shear strain. So this shear stress is directly proportional to the velocity gradient, or shear stress is directly proportional to shear strain. Okay, and this is called as Newton's law of viscosity. यालाच आपण काय म्हणतो? Newton's law of viscosity. As in physics, or I think in applied mechanics, you have studied Newton's law of motion. You have studied 3 laws of motion: Newton's first law of motion, second law of motion, third law of motion. Similarly, Newton has done work on this viscosity property also, and he has given the law which is called as Newton's law of viscosity. What is that Newton's law of viscosity? It is tau is directly proportional to du by dy. Some of the fluids, they behave like this. In some of the fluids, their shear stress is directly proportional to their velocity gradient or shear strain. That fluids we call as the Newtonian fluid. Okay, त्या फ्लुइडला आपण काय म्हणतो? Newtonian fluid. म्हणजे असे fluids which obeys the fluids which obeys the Newton's law of viscosity. हा जो लॉ आहे, जे fluids हा लॉ obey करतात, that fluids are called as Newtonian fluid, and the fluids which do not obey this Newton's law of viscosity. Okay, ज्याच्यामध्ये हा shear stress. आता आपण याचा दुसरा एक ग्राफ जर काढला, the graph between shear stress and shear strain, the graph will be like this. Okay, x axis वरती tau असेल, y axis वरती असेल du by dy. Okay, this graph is different and this graph is different. याच्यावरती काय x axis वरती tau आहे आणि y axis वरती du by dy आहे. ठीक आहे? And those fluids which obeys the Newton's law of viscosity, you may observe a straight line curve passing through this origin. Okay, आणि असे काही fluids आहेत, they do not obeys the Newton's law of viscosity. They are called as non-Newtonian fluid. Okay, अशा fluidला आपण काय म्हणतो? Non-Newtonian fluid, and they will not follow this curve. They will have different curve like this, or they will have the curve like this, but it will not be exact like this. Okay, so these fluids are called as a non-Newtonian fluid. Now here we have seen here that shear stress is directly proportional to shear strain or velocity gradient. Okay, now many times whenever there is a directly proportionality sign, to remove this directly proportionality sign, we use a constant, and here we also use one constant which is called as the mu. Okay, that constant चे नाव आहे mu, and this mu is nothing but it is the coefficient of viscosity. त्याला काय म्हणतो आपण म्यूला? This mu is nothing but it is coefficient of viscosity, or it is also called as coefficient of dynamic viscosity. Okay, so this is the just you can call it as a viscosity or dynamic viscosity. This is mu. So we are going to see it on the next slide. So many things I have told you on the same slide only. These are the subsequent points are there, but to maintain the flow, I have told you many things here. So या स्लाइड वरती आपण काय ध्यानात ठेवायचं याच्यावरती? Yes. Anyone have any doubt? Okay, so what you have learned here? We have learned the definition of viscosity. What is the definition of viscosity? The viscosity is nothing but it is the resistance offered by the resistance to what? Resistance to the flow or resistance to the moment of the one layer. Okay, so it is the resistance offered by resistance offered to the moment of one layer of the fluid over the another adjacent layer. So that moment resistance is called as the viscosity, right? So as far as fluid is concerned, here mostly we are concerned about the liquid fluids, and in the liquid fluid also we are concerned about the water as the fluid. Okay, so whatever the examples right now we have seen, the explanation I have given, it is about the fluid as a liquid. Okay, लिक्विडच्या संदर्भातलं या ठिकाणी एक्सप्लेनेशन आपण पाहिलेलं आहे. In case of gases, that viscosity it will behave differently. Okay, the reasons behind the viscosity will be different in case of the gases as compared to the liquids मध्ये जो आपण cohesive force चा उल्लेख केला होता, that was the responsible factor, or we can say entity which is responsible for the creating the viscosity. But the same is not true with the in case of gases मध्ये जो viscosity त्या ठिकाणी create होते, or the resistance to the flow of gases, gas molecule, it is not because of the cohesive force. There is another factor which is responsible for the viscosity, and that we are going to learn on the coming slides. Okay, there I will tell you what is the reason behind that. Okay, here also we have learned that viscosity creates the shear stress between the layers. Okay, different layers, and that shear stress which is represented by letter tau, and that is directly proportional to the velocity gradient, right? See here, so it is explained here. Tau is directly proportional to du by dy, and tau is equal to mu into du by dy. Okay, du by dy, where mu is constant of proportionality and is known as the coefficient of dynamic viscosity or simply viscosity. Du by dy represents the rate of shear strain. Okay, so this du by dy is nothing but it is the rate of shear strain or a rate of shear deformation or velocity gradient. Okay, so there are three terms, or we can say three words are there to represent one property or one thing. Okay, so this du by dy, it is also called as a rate of shear strain or rate of shear deformation or velocity gradient. So this thing you should keep in mind, because during in examination they may use alternately different terms. They may use the rate of shear strain, or they may use the word rate of shear deformation, or they may use the word velocity gradients. So you should not be confused in that. So this is the viscosity. Mu is nothing but it is the viscosity or dynamic viscosity or coefficient of viscosity. What will be the units of this dynamic viscosity or coefficient of viscosity? So if you take this du by dy on this side, then here we will get the expression as tau divided by this velocity gradient. So we can define this viscosity as from this we can define the viscosity as it is the ratio of shear stress, okay, required, the shear stress required to produce the unit rate of shear strain. Okay, एक ठराविक shear strain प्रोड्यूस करण्यासाठी, एक युनिटचा shear strain प्रोड्यूस करण्यासाठी किती स्ट्रेस आपल्याला त्या ठिकाणी द्यावा लागेल. ओके, एक युनिटचं डिफॉर्मेशन क्रिएट करण्यासाठी. ओके, फॉर एक्झाम्पल दिस इज अ फ्लुइड. ओके, हा फ्लुइड एक मॉलिक्यूल आहे किंवा एक फ्लुइडचे एवढे हे, याच्यामध्ये डिफॉर्मेशन काय होईल, याच्या शेप मध्ये बदल होईल. ओके, shear deformation is nothing but change in its shape. त्याच्यामध्ये 1 युनिट शियर स्ट्रेन क्रिएट करण्यासाठी आपल्याला किती स्ट्रेस याच्यावरती टाकावा लागेल. ओके, दॅट शियर स्ट्रेस इज कॉल्ड ॲज द विस्कोसिटी. सो अल्टरनेटली वी कॅन डिफाइन द विस्कोसिटी लाइक दिस ऑल्सो. इट इज द शियर स्ट्रेस रिक्वायर्ड टू प्रोड्यूस द यूनिट रेट ऑफ शियर स्ट्रेन. राइट, द यूनिट्स ऑफ विस्कोसिटी in MKS unit of viscosity. In MKS unit, the viscosity has unit as kgf second per meter square. Okay, what is this kgf? Kgf is nothing but it is kg of force. This is the unit of force. Okay, in MKS system the force has the unit kgf, kg of force. Okay, in SI system of unit, force has the unit Newton. So in SI system the unit will be Newton second, Newton dot Newton second per meter square. In SI system time is measured in second and distance is measured in meter. So the in SI system of unit, the unit will be Newton second per meter square. Okay, this is the unit in SI system of unit. the viscosity has the unit Newton second per meter square or Pascal second. So Newton second per meter square. So Newton per meter square, it is also called as Pascal. It is the unit of pressure. It is the unit of stress, right? Newton per meter square is also called as Pascal. So sometimes the unit of viscosity, it can be written as Pascal second. Okay, all these units you should remember, right? And then another unit is there, poise. Okay, the CGS unit. In CGS unit, the force is measured in dyne. So the unit will be dyne second per centimeter square. Okay, and then one poise is equal to, there is another unit, poise. So you should note down all these units, because in problems also you will come across this unit conversion. Okay, one poise also unit of viscosity. So if the unit is given or the value of viscosity is given in poise, then how to convert that poise to Newton per second per meter square? Just you have to divide that value by 10, then you will get that value in Newton second per meter square. Okay, so note down all this unit of the viscosity in your notebook. First of all, write down that expression, tau is directly proportional to du by dy. This expression, then write down this expression, then write down the units in your notebook. Toothpaste is a non-Newtonian fluid, correct? Pragati has put here in the chat box question whether toothpaste is a non-Newtonian fluid or not. So toothpaste is a non-Newtonian fluid because we will require more shear stress to get the shear strain, okay, or shear deformation. So on the coming slides, we will see the examples of the Newtonian fluids and non-Newtonian fluids. So there is another separate point is there, types of the fluids. In that we are going to learn different types of fluids. So at that time, we will discuss once again about this thing there. So if you are anyone having doubt, you can put your questions in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Are you getting the things which I am teaching here? Am I going fast or am I going slow? Let me know from your side. Or this is a proper speed, normal speed of teaching. Let me know from your side whether do you feel that I am going fast, or is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, have you written this all formulas? Units of viscosity. So here, separately, we have written here the statement for the Newton's law of viscosity, because this question has been asked in examination. What is the Newton's law of viscosity? Or write the statement of Newton's law of viscosity. So you should be in a position to write down the statement like this. What it says? It states that the shear stress in bracket, which is represented by letter tau, shear stress on a fluid element layer is directly proportional to the rate of shear strain. Okay, so you can write down that. After writing that statement, you can write down this expression: tau is directly proportional to du by dy. And below that, you can write down one more expression: tau is equal to mu into du by dy. Okay, where you can write down there where mu is nothing but it is the coefficient of viscosity or coefficient of dynamic viscosity. And the things which we have discussed in previous slide, the fluids which obeys the Newton's law of viscosity, they are called as the Newtonian fluid, and the fluids which do not obey the Newton's law of viscosity, they are called as the non-Newtonian fluid. Okay, or in other words, we can define the Newtonian fluid and non-Newtonian fluid as the fluids in which shear stress is not directly proportional to the rate of shear strain. That fluids are called as the non-Newtonian fluid. And Newtonian fluid, the fluids in which shear stress is directly proportional to the rate of shear strain, that fluids are called as the Newtonian fluid. So like that also you can define the Newtonian and non-Newtonian fluid. One more unit of viscosity is there, or one more type of viscosity is there, which is called as the kinematic viscosity, that we should know, because sometimes in problems they may give the unit, they may give the viscosity in terms of kinematic viscosity. Okay, sometimes kinematic viscosity may be given in the problems, so you should be in a position to do the conversion of kinematic viscosity to the dynamic viscosity and dynamic viscosity to the kinematic viscosity. That conversion you should be in position to do the conversion. Okay, what is kinematic viscosity? जे आपण ह्याच्या अगोदर विस्कोसिटी बघितली होती, that which is represented by letter mu, it is just simply called as the viscosity. Okay, फक्त जर viscosity म्हटलं तर that is called this, that viscosity is nothing but this mu. Okay, or it is also called as the dynamic viscosity, and this kinematic viscosity is different. How we can define the kinematic viscosity? It is defined as the ratio between the dynamic viscosity and density of the fluid. Okay, it is the ratio of dynamic viscosity to the density of the fluid. Mathematically, you can see here it is the ratio of viscosity to the density. Density means, now here viscosity means it is dynamic viscosity, and density means it is mass density. So in case of mass density, many times this word is not pronounced. Okay, it is silent. And in case of dynamic viscosity, this word is not necessary to pronounce every time. Okay, so whenever we call the viscosity, it is dynamic viscosity, and whenever we call the density, it is the mass density. So this kinematic viscosity, it is represented by letter nu. Okay, it is written like this. It is not a V, it is something, it nu. Okay, so nu is equal to mu. So this is a mu. Nu is equal to mu divided by rho. So this is the mathematical expression for the kinematic viscosity. Yes, is there anyone having doubt? Yes, someone unmuted there, or by mistake it has happened? Okay, I suppose no one is having any doubt. So here now we were discussing about this kinematic viscosity. It is quite simple. It is the ratio of viscosity to the mass density of that fluid. Okay, suppose kinematic viscosity of water. How to find out the kinematic viscosity of water? Nu. We have to take the dynamic viscosity of the water, and we have to divide that dynamic viscosity of water by mass density of water, rho w. Okay, then you will get the kinematic viscosity of the water. Now let us talk about the unit of the kinematic viscosity. Now in MKS and SI system of unit, the kinematic viscosity, it is having the unit meters square per second. Okay, now how this unit has come? You can do the conversion of this unit by using this as a unit of the power unit as a Newton second per meter square, right, into 1 upon as a unit kind meter cube per second, right, मग आता हे वरती जाईल. This second will go up here, right? And न्यूटन सेकंड पर मीटर स्क्वेअर. आणि हे ह्याच्यात एक मिनिट हे असं नाही, ह्याच्यात खालीच लिहावं लागेल. हे मीटर क्यूब पर सेकंड, राईट? So this unit conversion, this units will get cancelled. Second will cancel, this meter square will get cancelled, and you will get the unit as meter square per second. So it will be more lengthy process to do the conversion. So directly here we will understand or note down the unit as meter square per second. Because in MKS system of unit, the distance is measured in meter, and in SI system of unit, the distance is measured in second. Also, time has the same unit in MKS system and SI system. So in both units, both system of units, the unit of kinematic viscosity will be meter square per second. Okay, and in CGS system of unit, the unit will be, in CGS system, the distance is measured in centimeter, right? So the centimeter will be the unit here. Centimeter square per second will be the unit of this kinematic viscosity, right? Now in CGS unit, this centimeter square per second, it is also called as Stokes. Okay, जसं डायनामिक विस्कॉसिटीज आपण बघितलं होतं, डायनामिक विस्कॉसिटी मध्ये पॉइज हा आपण त्या ठिकाणी एक युनिट पाहिलं होतं. अँड what was one poise? How much was it? Was one poise is equal to 1/10 Newton second per meter square. Okay, or we can write it as a 10 to the power minus 1 Newton second per meter square. Okay, this was the conversion. Similarly, here the CGS unit, centimeter square per second, it is also called as the Stokes, and one Stokes is equal to how much meter square per second, that we should know. One Stokes is equal to one. Here you can see one Stokes is equal to 1 centimeter square per second, right? 1 centimeter square per second. Now I want to convert this centimeter to meter square, because in SI system of unit, the distance has the unit meter square, meter. Okay, so how to do the conversion? We have seen 1 meter is equal to how much centimeter? It is 10 to the power 2 centimeter, right? If I do the square on both sides, 1 meter square is equal to 10 to the power 4 centimeter square. So 1 centimeter square is equal to, when I will take this on the LHS, it will become 10 to this will become 10 to the power minus 4 meter square. Okay, now here instead of this centimeter square, I will write here 1 10 to the power minus 4 meter square per second. So here you can see the conversion of 1 Stokes to the meter square per second, right? Everyone understood this conversion? So now here write down there title, kinematic viscosity. Write down the formula for kinematic viscosity. Nu is equal to mu upon rho. And then write down त्याच्या खाली लिहा unit or units. त्याच्या खाली लिहा first MKS. In MKS, meter square per second. Second, SI system of unit, meter square per second. Third, CGS, centimeter square per second. Again, in CGS मध्ये 1 Stokes. Okay, write down this 1 Stokes is equal to 1 centimeter square per second. 1 Stokes is equal to like this. Then write down this below here. 1 Stokes is equal to 10 to the power minus 4 meter square per second. 1 Stokes is equal to 10 to the power minus 4 meter square per second. You have to remember this conversion, because in while solving the problems, sometimes this kinematic viscosity it may be given in Stokes. So at that time you should be do the conversion. You should be able to do the conversion. Even if you forgot this conversion, at that time you should be in a position to do the conversion. Suppose any value is given as a 15 Stokes. Okay, kinematic viscosity of one fluid is given as a 15 Stokes, and if you don't know the conversion of 1 Stokes to the centimeter, that meter square per second, but you know that 1 Stokes is equal to 1 centimeter square per second. So at that time what we have to do, 15 multiplied by Stokes is nothing but it is, or we can write 15 centimeter square per second, and then you can do the conversion of centimeter to meter. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 to the power minus 2 meter. Then 1 centimeter square is equal to 10 to the power minus 4 meter square, right? So here you can write 15 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter square per second. हे आपला either you remember this conversion, 1 Stokes is equal to 10 to the power minus 4 मीटर स्क्वेअर पर सेकंड, हे पाठ करा, किंवा हे कसं आलं त्याची प्रोसेस पाठ करा. दिस कन्वर्जन हे आपल्याला माहित पाहिजे. या दोन्हीपैकी एक गोष्ट आपल्याला माहित पाहिजे. देन देर विल नॉट बी एनी प्रॉब्लेम while doing solving the problems, right? So this was about the kinematic viscosity. काय शिकलो आपण याच्यावरती? कायनेमॅटिक विस्कोसिटी म्हणजे काय? व्हॉट इज कायनेमॅटिक विस्कोसिटी? इट इज द रेशियो ऑफ डायनामिक विस्कोसिटी टू द डेन्सिटी ऑफ द फ्लूइड. Okay, and units, what are the units? Meter square per second, and Stokes, 1 Stokes is equal to 10 to the power minus 4 meter square per second. Okay, so this thing we learn on this particular slide. Is there any doubt? If you don't have any doubt, then we will move ahead. Okay, I think no one has any doubt. So our next point is the variation of viscosity with temperature. Variation of viscosity with temperature. So write down the title. So before few minutes I have told you the reason of the viscosity for the liquids and the gases is different. Okay, in case of liquids, the cohesive force is the main responsible factor for creating the viscosity. But in case of gases, as the molecules are far away from each other, okay students, I forgot that our break is there at 12 noon. So wait for a few minutes. I will take your attendance on the screenshot, and then you can leave the session. Okay. Just a minute. I will take your attendance screenshot. I will take